gonna go ahead and make up our wire connections in here now, and then I'll slice them up on top in a box, because there's not as much room as I figured. Once it's going to be up in there, for me to get up in here and reach in there with my arms and get way back in there and hook up all the wires. So I'm going to sit here in a chair and hook these all up, and that way they'll all be right up here. And once I slide it under, I'll just hook them up and then lift it up. It's one of those things to plan ahead and think smarter. It's going to be easier to do it now than later. So I'm going to do it now, and then we'll continue and show you how this is going to fit under there later. Okay, and this is all 12 volt stuff, so you got a positive and a negative. Usually your negative is black. A lot of times they'll use white, and then your positive is usually red or any other color. And coming down here, I've got 3 positives, so that's my 3 colors. The red one back in here, if you look, there's a red and a white to the heater that goes underneath this. So it's going to get the red for the hot and the white for the neutral. And then the water pump here, you can't really see it, but it's got a black and a red. So the black is going to go to the negative, which is going to be white. And then since it's a water pump, blue's kind of like water, so it's going to be easy to remember, because my heating pad's going to be red, which is hot. The blue for water is going to be cold, and then the yellow is going to go to the valve in here, that the solenoid valve that helps me drain it. So that's kind of the colors. Just as long as you remember your colors. And then this one right here, it's a multi-wire, so there's several different smaller wires in it. And it's what they call a 5-wire, because there's 5 different colors. And on this one, so I'll use what it does is my little probes that I put in earlier. Like here's a probe, there's a probe, and then there's one down on there. So you got one common, which will be the white. And then I'll just pick 3 of the other colors, probably these 3, for my full, medium, or low on my tank. And so these will go right to those probes, so then it'll hook up and go up to a monitor up on top. So that's what these little guys are for. And they don't have to, they're not really carrying any current. That's why these are bigger size. These are number 18, these are number 12, because like the heater, it's got a current draw, so it's got to be bigger. This is just sending a signal, so a small wire is just fine. These are the different connectors that we're using. These are called a butt crimp. It's to put 2 wires together, and then you just crimp them both. And these on my probe, they've got an actual nut and a screw, so they need a hole. And I put those on it and then just tighten the nut up against them. And so that's kind of how these connect in here. Here's just a quickie video of my water tank going under. I had to lift the side a couple inches, and then it'll slide underneath the rest of the way, and I'll start putting the brackets on it and lifting it up. And here's where it comes down here, and here's all that wiring I was doing. I'll slide it over and hook that up first before I lift it all the way up. But just wanted a quickie to kind of show you. Sorry about the picture there. But this is what I drove up on top. And underneath here, because like you don't want to rely on one thing, so like underneath there's another solid jack that don't have no give in it, so if something comes down, it'll stop it right there, because I don't really trust these a lot. So that right there would keep it from coming down on top of me. So that way I'll be able to continue on. But it ain't coming down. So I'll get the water tank up, and maybe the wife will be here and video some more while we're trying to install it. This is my water tank under there. I haven't pulled it all the way up to mount it because I figured once I get it up, I can't run my gas line to my stove. So I had to switch to running a gas line, and I'll show you that next. This is my gas line stuff here. I'm going with it's an interior wall type flex pipe. It's stainless steel with a rubber coating, and just showing you all the little fittings. And you do use a Teflon tape with it, but it has to be yellow. The yellow is specially designed for gas piping. Some of your white, maybe some of the oils or something that might be in the gas might deteriorate it. So that's why they have a special Teflon for gas piping. But that's how it is. I'm doing it in 1/2 inch. Once I was under there, there was no way I could do it in hard pipe or steel pipe. Just no way. So this is actually going to run down a chase up underneath, which will be pretty protected. But it's where all like the gas lines run and some electrical, and the brake lines run through it. So I feel up underneath there to be pretty protected. The black plastic pipe there, I'm going to cut it and use it as a sleeve when I come up through the floor, because it's about a 1/4 inch thick rubber, and so the gas line will actually slide up through that to protect it from rubbing against anything coming up through the floors. And then there's my shutoffs. So once I cut them up through the floors, I'll put the shutoffs that will go to the range, the furnace, and the water heater. So that's just kind of a brief overview. It's kind of expensive, but it saves a lot of time. But like I say, there's no way I could have did it with hard pipe. Just too many obstacles and ups and downs and whatever places where you just couldn't do it. This right here, this gas stuff right here, should be enough for my complete gas job from the shutoffs at the unit back to my propane tank. But this right here, $213. So it's kind of spindly, but if you could have did it in hard pipe, it might have took you 15 hours. This should take 2 hours. Old goat like me, probably 4 hours. But I can actually visually see me doing it and getting it done with the flex pipe. So once I'm underneath there and get some of this running, I'll try to sneak underneath with this and video how it goes. Time's getting short. Gotta go. We'll catch you on the next one.